Italian word of the day for today, Friday, 15 August 2025, is Squalo, which translates to English as shark. And this is a plush I have of a shark that's over a decade of age, if I'm recalling correctly. It's an example of shark. So it's a marine critter that lives in the water. It's got fins. It's got big teeth that go chompa chompa chomp. Depending on the size of the shark, sharks can be variable in sizes. So this is a plush type stuffed animal of a great white shark. And I have been great white shark cage diving when I lived in South Africa. I went to a place called Mossel Bay to go great white shark cage diving, and we saw over 5 different great white sharks. And they put in a lot of effort and work for their food, and they can eat a lot of stuff. They don't eat everything, but they can eat a lot of stuff. And they're particularly notable, some of the bigger sharks, for eating bigger other marine organisms. And so in that sense, some people like to extrapolate it as a metaphor or a simile to like people in business, that kind of thing. So, human kind of behavior. It's like, but we want to be cool like the shark, So they use the term, and so it's like, all right, is Max Verstappen, the Formula One race car driver, a shark for his stance on genderizing cars? And I was like, well, perhaps I'm like actually vocalizing it. However, I will say, I think like most car owners, and even like just people who've ridden in cars, will at some point call a car a stallion, which is a type of, like, it's a male horse. So in that sense, there's like, whether a person genderizes a car as male, female, or otherwise, I'd say that the male genderization is like possibly the only universal, especially at like stallion level. And so and like the male stallion. And I've even been in cars and like, is that a male or a female? And they're like, it's a stallion, it's a male, and like so. So in that sense, where would the shark enter the picture if it's a commonality, even if an infrequent one? I'd be kind of, well, he got there before a lot of people. I'd be like genderization and being like, he refers to his cars as male, or cars as male. So possibly, yeah. I was like, if I were to interact with Mr. Max Verstappen, would that bother me? And I was like, no. I'm not afraid of sharks. I went great white shark cage diving. I'm not. And that applies to like, I got space in my life for, a car racing shark or two, or etc. And so I was like, am I going to be building a car and it's going to be like Ford v Ferrari with a gender reversal? I'm Ken Miles working on a car, and he comes in with like food and beverage, indoor beverage, and takes my attention away from me building cars, kind of thing. That'd be fun. It'd be fun to have a male support in my building cars. And a bonus there would be if he likes my hair. I think for my current living situation, the only male indoors who's liked my hair from like the moment they saw it was Kona Dog. Now there's a lot of squirrels out there like, oh, hey, we like your hair. It's like ours. Sometimes it's shorter though, and sometimes it's longer. So yeah. So I got, if he likes my buzz cut do, that'd be a big one too. So sharks, although big and they may be scary, they can have big hearts. Heart components. A good circulatory system. All right. In Italiano as squalo, in English as shark. And I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi of Seattle.